God damn, that laugh is so hilarious to me. YouTube was good. I want to take the time out to put some respect on Liv Morgan's name. Don't mind me, gotta do a little tit sucking session. Try to say that 3 times fast. Tell me if it works for you. By the way, we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and I gotta pay homage to you guys. By the way, you guys are tuning in and subscribing to the channel and leaving comments on videos that you like, which is cool. We're gonna crush that number of 1,000 subscribers, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do it as soon as Wednesday. So now I'm thinking a bigger goal in mind. By the time WrestleMania comes, if we can get to 5,000 subscribers, I think that'd be insane. So I'm gonna shoot for 3,000 just to be realistic. Let me point you in the direction of this comment that I made on a WWE YouTube video back in 2015. For some reason, when I saw a young Marley back then against Eva Marie, I mean, we had Eva Marie that wrestled at 1 speed, and then we had the other women that were in NXT that also wrestled at a certain speed. But this Marley girl, for some reason, just stood out to me. She had a certain ring presence around her. She had a certain charisma around her. And just watching that match, it didn't look like she was afraid to bump around. And I think that that's why I gravitated to her work back in 2015. Now, I know a lot of people call me the Honorable Elijah Prophet Wiza Muhammad, and I take that dearly. I really do. But if y'all told me that Marley was going to turn into Liv Morgan that we have today, I don't think I would have seen that far into the future. By the way, I definitely want to give love to somebody that is also a Jersey native, such as Liv Morgan, who was raised, well, she was born in Morristown, but she was raised in Elmwood Park, which is literally the next town over from me. So salute to that. Can't believe somebody that close made it into WWE, but I digress. I remember they used to say that Santino Marella was from Paterson, New Jersey, which is my hometown, and no, that ain't true. I don't even think that Santino knows where Paterson, New Jersey is. But Liv Morgan deserves a lot of respect for what she's become. And this isn't a whole history lesson of Liv Morgan. I want to talk about the past 2 years that's been the career of Liv Morgan. When she came back off of injury and said that she was going to be going on the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour, I didn't expect for her to be a much better performer than she already was. I thought that she had already hit the ceiling of how good of a wrestler she was going to be. I didn't think that she was going to become much better. But the work that she put in from that time of coming back until this day after the Elimination Chamber, I gotta say she's at the top of her game, and I can go as far as to say she's definitely one of the women that's at the top of the division. And first, I wanted to say that her rivalry with Rhea Ripley did her no favors. But I was wrong in that assessment. Though it seemed like her and Rhea was attached at the hip and couldn't do anything without one another, Rhea didn't come off as a better wear for that. However, Liv did. Because what that did was it put a spotlight on someone like Liv, who many people would see Liv and say, does she really deserve to be in that spot? Is she really that good? What can we get from a Liv Morgan? It's like, you know, she just, everybody else had the same thought as I did, which was she was at the ceiling of her potential talent, but she proved everybody wrong. She went above and beyond that, and to a point where it seemed as though Rhea was holding her back. Maybe she needed to split away from Rhea so that we could see just how much she progressed. The feud with Rhea put a spotlight onto Liv just so that we could see how good she's gotten, how good that she's progressed, but yet we still couldn't see it until they were fully separated. When we got a chance to see her interact with other wrestlers and have matches with other wrestlers, then we saw just how much better she had gotten. Her character work has far surpassed who she had ever been as a babyface, and I love babyface Liv. But this heel Liv, I don't know what it is about it. It's the character that is so good. It's like Harley Quinn. And I always thought that Alexa Bliss was the perfect Harley Quinn. But Liv Morgan is the best Harley Quinn type of character that WWE can have. And she pulls the character off perfectly. Then once you get past just the character work, You see just how much better her in-ring work has gotten. Her bumping and selling, even her moves. Look at the Elimination Chamber and see just how active Liv Morgan was. Let's strip Bianca away from this for a second because Bianca was just as active. I was expecting for Roxanne Perez to be the one that got most of the spotlight. But no, Roxanne Perez got her spotlight at the Royal Rumble. This time, it was all about Liv and Bianca. Have we ever gotten a Liv and Bianca singles match? Like a big time singles? I don't think that we've gotten a big time singles match from them, which we probably will get in the future. In the Elimination Chamber, all shine was on Liv Morgan. Gratefully deserved. She worked her ass off on that. And if you see the pictures that she posted on Instagram, and on Twitter, here's one of them. She looked like she went through hell. It didn't look that bad in the match, but looking back at it, yeah, she took some crazy bumps. I think that Liv is one of those characters that when we all look back on how her career developed and into who she became, I think that people are going to give her flowers. I, for one, like to give people their flowers while they're still in the grind. And this is one of those times where I'm going to do it. But let me know what you think. Do you think that Liv is at that level where she does deserve her flowers? Do you think that her ring work has gotten that much better? I mean, putting her with Raquel, that's when I started to notice it for real. Like when they first started working these tag team matches before they even won the titles, I'm like, hold on a second, something wrong here. These two work perfectly together. It's elevating Raquel, and Liv is at the level that she's at, but she's getting much better. It's like, it made me take notice. And once I took notice, it made me start paying attention to the finer details and just thinking back of where she came from after the injury, since the injury, into who she got to at this point now. The work with her and Rhea was necessary because we got to see her. And now that we see her, the girl's shining. But maybe I'm completely off base here. What do you think about the Liv Morgan character? Do you think that it developed as much as I think it is? Do you think that her ring work is as good as I think it is? Or is she still missing something? Maybe a different feud, maybe another feud. Now, I don't want to ask y'all if y'all think she should be women's champion again. I don't think it's necessary. Her character doesn't need to be the top champion. Doesn't need it. The belt that she has is good enough. And maybe she could be one of the two that can finally elevate those women titles. Anyway, that's all I got for this one. As usual, the usuals with the subscribe and the like and the comment and the turn on the notifications and all of that sweet fluffy stuff that we say at the end of videos. But I'd rather you just click on one of these that's on the screen. That'd be my favorite. It's like I'm Paul Heyman now.